There was a beggar at the railway station of a city. He used to fill his stomach by begging from the passengers sitting in the trains coming and going. One day when he was begging, he saw a tall man wearing suit and boots. He thought that this man looks very rich. If I beg from him, he will surely give me good money. He started begging from that tall man. Seeing the beggar, that tall man said, "You always keep begging. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar said, "Sir, I am a beggar, and I always keep begging from people. I do not have the guts to give anything to anyone." The tall man said, "When you cannot give anything to anyone, then you have no right to ask for anything. I am a businessman and I believe in transactions. If you have something to give me, then only I can give you something in return." After saying this, that tall man sat in the train and left. Meanwhile, the beggar started thinking about what he had said. The things said by the person touched the heart of the beggar. He started thinking that maybe I don't get much money in alms because I am not able to give anything to anyone in return. But I am a beggar, and I am not even capable of giving anything to anyone. But for how long will I keep begging without giving anything to people? After thinking a lot, the beggar decided that whoever gives him alms, he will definitely give something to that person in return. But now the question going on in his mind was that he himself is a beggar. So what can he give to others in return for alms? 2 days passed thinking about this, but he did not get any answer to his question. On the third day, when he was sitting near the station, his eyes fell on some flowers which were blooming on the plants around the station. He thought, why don't I give some flowers to people in return for alms? He liked this idea of his, and he plucked some flowers from there. Now he went to the train. Now whenever someone gave him alms, he would give some flowers in return to the person who gave him alms. People would happily keep those flowers with themselves. Now the beggar would pluck flowers every day and distribute them among people in return for alms. In a few days, he realized that a lot of people were giving him alms. He would pluck all the flowers near the station and bring them. Till the time he had flowers, many people would give him alms. But when the flowers would finish while distributing, he would not even get alms. This continued every day. One day when he was begging, he saw that the same tall person was sitting in the train, due to whom he got the inspiration to give flowers in return for alms. He immediately went to that person and while begging said, "Today I have some flowers to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you some flowers in return." That tall person gave him some flowers in the form of alms. He gave the money and the beggar gave him some flowers. The tall man liked the idea very much. He said, "Wow, what a wonderful thing. Today you have also become a businessman like me." Saying this, the tall man took the flowers and got down at his station. But the words spoken by the tall man once again touched the heart of the beggar. He started thinking about the words spoken by the tall man again and again and became very happy. His eyes started shining. He started feeling that he has got the key to success by which he can change his life. He immediately got down from the train and excitedly looked up at the sky and said in a loud voice, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can also become rich." When people saw him, they thought that perhaps the beggar has gone mad. From the next day onwards, the beggar was never seen at that station again. But 6 months later, two men wearing suits and boots were traveling at the same station. When they saw each other, they said, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can also become rich." One of them shook hands with the other and said, "Did you recognize me?" The second person said, "No, because according to me, we are meeting for the first time." The first person said, "No, you remember, we are meeting for the third time, not the first time." The second person said, "I don't remember when we met for the first two times." Now the first person smiled and said, "We met twice before in this same train. I am the same beggar whom you told in the first meeting what I should do in life, and in the second meeting you told me who I really am." The second person smiled and said, "Oh, I remember you are the same beggar whom I refused to give alms to once, and the second time I bought some flowers from you. But where are you going today in this suit and boots, and what are you doing these days?" Then the first person said, "Yes, I am the same beggar, but today I am a very big trader of flowers, and I am going to another city for the same business." After waiting for a while, he said, "You told me for the first time. In our meeting, you told me about the rule of nature according to which we get something only when we give something. This rule of transaction actually works. I have felt it very well, but I always considered myself a beggar. I never thought of rising above this. And when I met you for the second time, you told me that I have become a businessman. Now I understood that I have actually become a businessman and not a beggar. I understood why people are giving me so much alms, because they are not giving me alms but pain.